Hello everyone, today we are looking at the 27th greatest move of all time. We are almost to the middle of our 50 greatest moves in chess history. So we're looking at a game between Spassky and Bronstein from 1960. And as usual, that information will be in the show notes if you want to see this game, if you want to do your own analysis, if you want to, use this move for your chess club, if you want to do whatever cool stuff with it. So the pieces have stopped moving, which means we are there. The white knight is a monster deep in the position. The white bishop and white queen are obviously wanting to come into h7, which is why black had to try to defend that square. Otherwise, that would have been checkmate coming up. And then this black pawn is more than willing to take this rook, promote to a queen. So in this position, what does white want to do to earn him the 27th spot? Take a minute and pause the game if you need to, and write in the comments what you think it is. Otherwise, we will go ahead and evaluate what happens in the game. The move is knight takes on f7. A beautiful sacrifice. You can see from the evaluation bar, it didn't really change that much, but that is okay because now black is in a difficult position. He takes the rook because why not? If you can get a free rook for a pawn with check, it seems like that's probably not a bad idea. So white takes back, and then now bishop to f5, which, to be honest, I don't fully understand because that doesn't really seem to do much. But hey, not my game. Queen takes because that's a free bishop. And then now let's trade queens. Black offers. White says no thank you. The black bishop cuts off communication with this white knight that is still being attacked by multiple pieces. White brings in the other knight, queen over, and then bishop has this nasty discovered check being lined up. So takes knight, and then the discovered check gets realized. King to h7, and then the game is over with a queen to e4. Black resigns because if he blocks, then I think you can come in. Let's see, come in with a knight. Oh, good grief. Oh, you just gave up your queen. Sometimes I need to pay attention. So in this position, you come in with that. Boom. Is that not the best move? 6.8. 7.2. There's a better move than the rook move? What? Oh, do you sack on the rook? Yeah, you sack the rook on the knight because the knight is what was defending that square. Very nice. Okay. So that's what happens if you push the pawn. And then if the king goes back, then it's mate in 4, starting with... Do you start with that again? Oh, you do. That knight, you just got to get that knight out of there. And then, takes back with the rook. Check. The bishop is covering that square, so you come back here. Double check. You go back here, and then you slide the queen in for a checkmate. Other option would be if you just go king back. No, that's what we just did. You could block, and then that obviously gets you mated with the queen, the knight, and the bishop all coming in. So all those options lead to checkmate. And in the game, what else could black have done initially? So let's say that instead of taking the pawn here, black, let's say he takes the knight. And then it's just a mate in 6. Double check. No, doesn't like the double check. Okay. That better? Yeah, that knight better. So then the rook and the knight are both attacking the king. If the king goes back here, then can you come in with the queen? Now it goes to mate in 6. Because if you take... No, you can't take there, not that check. Do you block? I mean, not block. Do you go bishop here? Okay, he could block. Let's say he blocks. Check again. Check. Cheeks. No, mate in 3. So they're the faster option. Take the queen. Nope, still mate in 3. Okay. You go back here. Mate in 3 everywhere I go. Okay, what's the play here? So we're going to go here. There we go. Okay, can't. And then you go back in the corner and then bam. Okay, so that's if king takes knight. And then, let's see, is there anything else here? He takes, turns into a queen, which is what happened in the game. And then now he goes the bishop here. What if he just goes here immediately? Yeah, so seems like, I don't know why he moved the bishop there. But in this case, up 3.8. You come in here? No, that does not work. You come in here? Yeah, okay, then you jump the other knight in, and attacking the queen, also all lots of threats. Okay, so knight to f7 is the move that we were looking for. There's lots of variations, but they all lead to a win for white. So I think that was a pretty fancy move. It did not end the game immediately, but it was a nice enough setup for white that he had an advantage and he was able to complete the victory. So hopefully you learned something. I always do, analyzing the position, especially my mistakes when I do not notice that the queens can be taken by knights. And yeah, so I said before, we're in the middle of our series, which is down there. So hopefully you can come watch some more of our games and like and subscribe. Okay, thanks for watching.